I could not have asked for better news. The wow. This is pretty much my initial thought process towards the whole thing. And there's still a lot of questions to worry about. There's still a lot of concerns. There's still a lot of issues. We'll get to that in due time, but let's just take for a second and recognize what's just happened. A miracle. A miracle that has brought something that we thought long to be dead back to life. I am talking, of course, about Telltale. And they're back. Oh man, they're back. Telltale is back. When I originally heard, I was jumping up and down, but I'm trying to be a little bit more controlled if it's obvious. And it's just wow. That was not something I was expecting, but it's true. I mean, it's been. I think the news broke originally from Forbes, and it's true. Telltale Games is coming back, and it's almost a year after they originally announced everything was shutting down and they ran out of money. I mean, that happened back in September 21st. It's August 28th. So nearly a full year, 11 months. And it's being bought out. What's left of Telltale and their assets is being bought out by a holding company. LCG Entertainment is the name of it, according to the report from Forbes. And they've bought the assets, the trademarks, the technology, the properties, the intellectual properties that remained under the banner of Telltale. They've even hired some former Telltale staff. They've hired some of the former developers. I'm not sure about management team. I hope it's not the management team because, well, that's an obvious explanation as to why we don't want that. And it's all being operated. The current GM or the current owner of the company is a guy named. The new chief executive is Jamie Ottley, if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly, and with some other key executives from other backgrounds, they are bringing Telltale back to life. And they are planning on announcing a new game at some point later this year. Like, later this year, they're going to announce a new game. We don't know what that is. I have a strong inclination as to what that might be, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get my hopes up. But it is one of the titles that they still hold on to. And I don't want to say it, but it rhymes with the Boof Among Us. Oh, who am I kidding? It's the Wolf Among Us. It's probably the Wolf Among Us. It could be Batman. I highly doubt it'd be Batman, but that's one of the IPs they hold on to. Puzzle Agents, another one they have. I'm trying to find it in the interview. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm unprepared, but I just kind of jumped the gun on this. According to Jamie, they have Batman, Wolf Among Us, Puzzle Agent 1 and 2, and another older title. It's not yet named. They don't have The Walking Dead. Walking Dead's owned by Skybound now. They didn't have Borderlands or anything to begin with, so don't expect Tales from the Borderlands 2. I doubt it's Game of Thrones. That game was forgotten even before when Telltale was still open. They're still going to be using the Telltale tool. It sounds like that's a red flag. That's something that needs to be considered because they were actually in the process of moving over to the Unity engine. Telltale Tool's final game was supposed to be the final season, but it seems like they'll still be using the Telltale tool. They're going to have their own a different publisher. It's not going to be Telltale publishing their games. It's going to be another publisher. The deal was made back in May. Like, It was closed. The deal closed in the middle of May, and now they're finally going to be able to come forward with this news. And, whew, boy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm excited. I'm really fucking excited. It's not going to be the same company as it was before. I'll be surprised if they do the choice-based narrative games again because, well, we saw how that worked out. They Jamie talked a bit in this Forbes article about how they don't want to repeat the same mistakes. And it will be interesting to see what the direction of Telltale is going forward. They're going to keep the brand name. They're going to keep it named Telltale. Again, a decision I wouldn't personally make because there's toxicity surrounding that name, and the brand has been tainted thanks to years of crunch time and mismanagement. So, but they are going to continue using the Telltale name. It's going to be the Telltale tool. We'll see what games they have developing, but yeah, Telltale's back. They're back, man. I can't believe it. It's really something to be, I think, if you're a Telltale fan, excited about. We'll see what this new company has to bring to the table. But for this brief moment, we have a glimmer of hope. We'll see how this company does. We'll see how this redone Telltale is. And there's really not much else to say. But it will be nice to have something to look forward to again. And they've already making some great changes in how the development of these games is. They're not going to be working 3 games at a time. It's going to be 1 game. I don't know if they stressed it was going to be episodic. I don't know if they stressed it was point and click. But they know that they want to continue the narrative-driven story games that Telltale specialized in. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. And I'm really excited, and I will be paying very close attention to these developments. I'm sure many of you are also very, very excited about this news. Tell me what you guys think. What are your major concerns going forward? What are you worried about? And what you're excited about. In the meantime, I will be trying to piece together any sort of information that I can in order to see what the direction is going forward. But it's good to be back, baby. It is good to be back.